Hey, chiropractors, Dr. Jason Torado here. Hope everybody had a great 3 day weekend. And today we're going to be talking about the power of personality in branding your chiropractic office. Now, this is kind of a hot topic today. Guys like Gary Vaynerchuk, Tim Ferriss, a lot of these guys are really talking about how important it is to be able to create a brand for your particular business or the services that you offer. Now, most coaches, most schools, most practice management companies never really tell you to uh, focus on your brand or to focus even on your personality. And one of the reasons is because they want most chiropractors to just kind of be the same. And so if your services and your chiropractic office is just a lot like the other 20 chiropractors that are around your office, then you shouldn't be really surprised if you're not doing the business that you think you should be doing inside your practice. So today, what I want to talk to you about is like what is the power of personality in branding, and I just want to talk about some of the benefits here because I think it's important that you should start focusing on branding your practice with your personality. So the first question is, I mean, you've got to be likable, okay? And your brand has got to be something that people can resonate with, something that is likable. So how do you know? How do you know if you're likable, or how do you know when a person is likable? And so put aside, things like race, put aside things like your religious beliefs, or any of those politically correct things that can kind of skew information here. I think mostly as human beings, we are attracted to people that we can relate to. Okay, and again, set aside race, set aside ethnicity, and things like that. I think really people, as just human beings in general, we become attracted to people that we can understand, people that speak our language, people that we can relate to. So, for example, I think if a cheerful person, for example, is going to give us a sense of optimism, a sense of positivity, when maybe a person that's negative or pessimist is going to give us a feeling of maybe sadness or maybe hopelessness, things like that. And all of these things bring out triggers and emotions in people and the feeling of closeness to an individual. And regardless of whether you're optimistic or pessimistic. And I think that is what is the power. That's what I mean when I talk about the power of personality or personality inside your practice. And a lot of that, and a lot of this, the personality, or a lot of a doctor's personality, is used to help build practices nowadays. It's also used to help build friends and build colleagues and build business associates. It also helps build employee loyalty as well. But I think humans in general are not the only people that can develop these things called personalities. I think that even your practice itself can build and can create its own type of personality. In fact, that personality can become your brand inside your practice. I hope that makes sense. So I think brand personality is really just an accumulation of your own human characteristics that you bring to your practice, such as your behavior, your emotions, your expertise, and and the niche that you have in your chiropractic business. And that's usually what attracts people over to your office. And so just like people have, there are numerous kinds of personalities, a particular brand can also have a specific personality as well. So let me give you an example. If you think about Louis Vuitton, for example, okay, Louis Vuitton has this personality of known as being very, very sophisticated. You know that if you're going to buy a Louis Vuitton bag, you're going to spend a lot of money. Let's talk about, let's say, Nike. Nike, you know that Nike is a brand, and Nike is a brand that's involved with sports. You know it's going to be very exciting. It's going to be very, very up level. You know that they've got products that are high in technology. Think about the brand of Red Bull. Red Bull is a brand that is that's known as very, very thrilling. It's energy, it's danger seeking, it's a lot of fun, things like that. And even your practice can have its own kind of brand depending upon what personality you want to bring to it. And so it could be it could be a personality of trustworthiness. It could be a brand of of excellence, things like that. And so by clearly defining your brand or your office brand, you can really cater, just kind of niche down your business and cater to a certain type of people that are in line with what it is that you want to specialize inside your practice. And that doesn't mean that you have to, exclude other people. Those people will come in, but you can really, really niche down to exactly what you want to do in practice, which will attract certain types of people inside your business. People with money, people with no money. You can bring in elderly people, you can bring in athletes, all these things, all these personalities or the personality that you have can be a direct reflection inside your practice, and it can help you create this amazing niche. And so the beauty of really sticking to one strong personality inside your practice will eventually become a strength, and it'll also become your passion in that particular niche that you decide to choose. And that can be I coach a woman that just wants to do women that are pregnant. She's got a maternity-based practice. I take care of a doctor that just wants to treat golfers. I coach a guy that only wants to see bodybuilders. Now, don't misunderstand me. They see other types of people inside their practice, but they brought this specific personality that they have, and they've made it an actual brand of their business. And so let me just give you a few ways I hope that makes a lot of sense to you. So I'm just going to give you a few ways that you could actually brand your personality or brand your business to help boost up your business. Number one, you got to think that if you do this, it's going to help you stand out from other regular chiropractors inside your area. And if you're in a real saturated area where there's 100 chiropractors, and that's me, I still practice 31 years later, and I have probably over 100 chiropractors in my area. And one of the ways that I've really succeeded in my business in my area, and I'm a cash only practice, one of the things that really makes me stand out from the crowd, well, number one is I am a cash only practice. So people know that they're just going to spend cash. That's number one. They're not going to use insurance. Number two, I've got a specific niche because I do a certain type of technique, and that really makes me distinct from other people in the crowd. And I also use social media to help let other people know what it is that I specifically do in my business, so people know what they're going to get before they come to my office. Number two, I use this personality branding to just create emotional attachments with my patients. In fact, the more emotionally invested that my patients get to my specific brand and the way that I practice, the more that they just want to come into the office and see me and just see me only. They won't take a substitute. The more that they actually become very, very loyal customers, and you know what loyal patients do, they refer other loyal patients into the office. Number three, they're going to remember you. They will remember you. People are attracted to strong personalities. They're attracted to individuals that have strong personalities. And the exact same thing goes with brands. So your office can have a strong brand. It could be, let's say, your practice is dedicated to only taking care of women. That could be a strong brand, a strong niche, a strong personality that you could go after, and women would actually become very, very loyal customers to you. People want to be loyal to people that dig their feet in the ground and in the sand, hold their position, and they say, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to take care of. And number four, you can build a brand. If you do this long enough, you can actually build a brand in your practice, or just build the brand that's going to be larger than your business itself. So really branding something is all about image. It's all about the image, and personality can really help that brand become a lot larger. And so a likable brand, a brand that people can trust, is going to make your business seem much more credible, and it's going to establish that it's really something that people need to go to. And so those are really the four things that you should take into consideration. But you also have to understand that there are also certain categories of brand personality. And before I get into that, I'm gonna get into that a little bit later on in another video. Today, what I want you to do is I really just want you to focus on what I just said. To think about how you can bring your personality into your practice, but also bring your own personal personality into the brand of your practice. Very, very important. Brand your personality into your practice. Look, if you have any problems with that, any questions, just let me know. Put a message below. So whatever your niche is going to be, okay, whatever size, whatever size of the practice that you have, whether it's a one employee practice, or whether it's a 5 employee practice, or even a 10 employee practice. I once had a 10 employee practice. Whatever it is, it can really drastically improve by branding that personality into your business. It can drastically improve your bottom line, that your credibility, and even the money that you make ultimately. And just like with other people, just like with other types of humans, people want to develop connections with certain brands. And so by embracing some emotions, some human emotions, and even behaviors that you might have, a brand can really start to attract people that prefer that particular type of personality. Okay, guys, I hope that makes sense. For any of you that are really just unsure with how to go about doing this, like maybe you've thought about, maybe you've started to bring your own personality into your practice. Maybe you decided you don't want to be like other chiropractors out there. Maybe you decided that you wanted to start creating a niche in your business. That's perfectly okay. Maybe you're not too sure exactly how to do that because your present chiropractic coach is just kind of giving you templated stuff that they give to all of the 200 or 300 clients that are part of their practice management group. If you're unaware to start, you don't really know how to do this, it's really best to start to consult with either someone that's presently doing this, someone that has done it, or someone with professional branding, with a professional branding background. Usually someone that's done it and that's teaching others how to do it. And so if you communicate with somebody like that, rather than you just trying to reinvent the wheel, you can create a more concrete brand on how to create, or a concrete plan on just beginning to bring a brand to your practice. I hope that makes sense, guys. Hope it's not too confusing. Again, if you need any help with this, shoot me, and I'd love to be able to help you do this inside your practice, because I believe that everybody has their own type of niche. Everybody has their own type of specialty that's built inside of them, and I believe that you can build your personality around your practice and make that really unique from the 10, 20, 40, 50, 100 chiropractors around you. And I believe that there is enough people out there that will resonate with that message that they will end up, and they'll pay money out of pocket to be able to come to you, to your practice, to come and see you. All right, guys, God bless you, and I will talk to you again soon.